going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. So earlier today, the Most Feared promo was revealed. It's a 3-part promo. Part number 1 is coming to MUT 22 tomorrow. That's October 15th, about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you guys missed that video going over the reveal of all the content, be sure to check it out. We're going to link it down below in the comments section if you missed it. More importantly, we found out with this promo that you can earn a lot of free cards, and a lot of free cards starting tomorrow. Now, it's going to be a 3-part promo and more free content will be coming, but there are a bunch of 90 overall cards and you can earn multiple free fantasy packs, and I'm going to go over all of the cards. There's 8 of them right now, give you my thoughts on each card, and then at the end of the video talk about probably the best 3 to pick. You can actually get like somewhere between 6 or 7 of these for free. Technically, you could get almost all of them, right? But there's some additional cards for part 2 and part 3 that will be coming out later on, and when those cards are available and you can earn those rewards, we'll have additional videos going over those options and the best cards to pick. So this is specifically for release number 1. So if you don't want to miss the other videos on release number 2 and number 3, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, turn that notification bell on if you are subscribed or you're a new sub, so you guys are alerted when we drop these videos, so you can be one of the first people to see them. And if you guys enjoy this video, if you find it helpful, please do me a favor, go ahead and click that thumbs up. It really helps the channel get noticed. You guys have been crushing it lately. Let's get this video to 200 likes. I feel very confident you guys can do it. You've been showing all the support in the world, and I thank you so much. So let's talk about the free cards first and how you can earn them. We're going to show you some screenshots from the stream earlier today, and there's multiple ways to earn these cards. The first is going to be through the first set of ultimate challenges, and with those, all you basically have to do is earn 60 stars. So 60 stars is going to get you a free NCAT 90 overall hero card, but you don't want to stop there, right? So there's 3 tiers of solo: Scary Speed, Monstrous Might, and Towering Terror. My bad, I got that one wrong. If you get 60 stars in total of those 3 solos, you get that first NCAT. But if you beat all 3 of those sequences, and you don't even have to get the perfect stars there, you just have to complete all 3 sequences, that is going to unlock the Ultiverse of Terror. And this is important because not only is it going to allow you to get a second NCAT 90 overall from release number 1, but also it's going to set you up to get free cards for release 2 and 3, which are coming later on down the road. So once you unlock that Ultiverse of Terror, there are additional milestone goals, and at 120 stars, that's going to earn you your second NCAT release number 1 Hero Fantasy Pack. These are the cards that we're going to be going over in today's video. Later on down the road, you can earn another one at 240 stars for a release number 2 card, which have yet to be announced. And then finally at tier number 9, which is 360 cards, you can get a release number 3, another 90 overall NCAT card. So there's basically 4 NCATs that you can earn for free. 2 of them being for release 1, 1 being release 2, 1 being release 3. But that doesn't stop, or it doesn't stop there is what I meant to say, because there are also most feared objectives, and completing this entire objective list will allow you to earn 2 more 90 overall most feared fantasy packs. These don't say that they are release specific. They also don't say that they're NCAT, which means you should be able to collect them, trade them, sell them. I don't know how it's going to work though, if the fantasy pack is going to basically like grow. So if you unlock it tomorrow or during the first part of the release, you'll be able to get just those release 1 cards, and then if you open it up afterwards, then after the second release, then you'll get to choose from release 1 and 2, and then if you save it all the way to the end, when the 3rd release is out, if it'll have all the options. So for the most feared objective fantasy packs, the 2 packs you can earn from these objectives, I would not open these until at least the 2nd release of the cards come out, or EA kind of clarifies what will be in them. So the first free card that you can choose from, right guard, 90 overall, well, they're all 90 overalls, is Shaq Mason. And when I look at this card, I see 86 strength, which isn't the greatest, but it's also not awful. 87 awareness, not awful, but very balanced here. 90 run block and 88 pass block. So he's not just, excelling at one, he's good at run and pass block. And if we compare him to all of the other right guards currently in the game, Leonard Davis, the legend card, is by far the best right guard in the game. This Shaq Mason is number 2. He's better than Kevin Zeitler, who is considered the second best right guard in the game before the Shaq Mason. And I always say this, and I'll say it again, with these types of promos, when you can get free cards, it's not a bad idea to address your offensive and defensive line with free cards. That allows you to save your coins and spend them on the skill position players like cornerbacks, quarterbacks, wide receivers, halfbacks. You get the point here. Being that this is the second best right guard in the game, this actually is a really, really good option. Next card up, Corey Davis. And the first thing I'm going to look at when I see this card, deep threat archetype, 89 deep route running. So he's not getting you to 90 unless you power him up there. And 90 speed. Now, 90 speed isn't terrible, okay, but there are 13 cards in the game that have better than 90 speed, and out of those 13 cards, 5 of them are cards that you could have got free. Now, some of them were kind of an either-or choice, but out of the 13 cards in the game that are 91 plus speed, you have Chase Claypool, you could have gotten free from Wildcard Wednesday. You got the Tyreek Hill, the MCS card that you got for watching the MCS competitive streams. You have 88 overall Deebo Samuel was a free Team of the Week card. The Marquise Brown card, then another 88 overall that just came out this week. And then Jalen Waddle was another card you could have picked for your free Wildcard Wednesday, the weeks 1 through 4. So there's 5 cards that are faster than 90 speed that you could get for free. If you don't have any of them, or you really need speed at wide receiver, if you have a bunch of receivers that are 90 speed or under, you might want to pick this one up. But this card isn't super impressive, and I think there's better options. Remember I said free cards are great opportunities to address your defensive line and offensive line. Well, this Jonathan Allen, he's not super impressive when it comes to speed. He's only got 75 speed, but 89 strength. If you power him up, that's going to be in the 90s. He's already got 90 tackle. Along with that, he's got 89 power moves. If you power him up, that's going to get you to 90s. 87 block shed, not going to get you to 90 if you power up, but it's pretty high, and finesse move isn't good at all. But power moves, as far as defensive tackles go, he's like top 5. If you look just at defensive tackles and power moves, and if you look at block shed and DTs, he's in the top 10. So he ranks as one of the better, higher overall defensive tackles in the game, and you can get him for free. So, you know, if you're good on most positions and you want to address the defensive line, this isn't a bad choice at all. It's really taken a lot for me to not hate on this card, and when I first saw his name, I thought, he's just not going to have a good MUT card. Now, linebackers, middle linebackers in general in the game are just not great. So you're not going to see yourself using a ton of these on the field at once, and most people are going to be putting a strong safety or free safety in the box as their sub linebacker, or doing a formation sub to get them on the field. So you usually have little use for middle linebackers in the game, and that Isaiah Simmons that came out yesterday is probably a free card that a lot of people already chose. So this one, I'm not going to say it's a bad card. I mean, the Cowboys suck. I'm going to say that and take that with me and say it in every video that I get the chance to. But it's not a bad card at all when I kind of rank him against other middle linebackers in the game. There's a couple that have 89, 90, and 91 speed. Basically, Isaiah Simmons, Deion Jones, who just came out today and is a limited, Devin White, who's a limited, and Nick Bolton, which was one of the rising stars that came out yesterday. They all have 89 speed plus. Vander Esch has 88, so he's right there. He's like top 5 in speed when it comes to middle linebackers. His zone coverage is pretty good as well. 80 zone coverage, there's only a handful, and I think all the guys I just named are also the same guys that have higher than an 80 zone coverage, other than Brian Bosworth. So his zone isn't bad. His tackle's really good. That's what he does. Really good tackle, 91. So this card, as much as I want to hate on it, I'm not going to pick it, and I'm not going to suggest that you pick it. But it's not a bad card at all, I'll just be honest. Stephon Tuitt, another one that's surprisingly kind of good, okay? And another card that you can address that defensive line with for free. So he's a left end run stopper, and he has, for all left ends in the game, the highest block shed rating in the game. So that's pretty good to have something that dominates every other attribute or every other card in that attribute and be a free card. 88 strength, not the greatest, but also not bad. And then even the power move, which is also 88, if you take a look at all of the other left ends in the game, I only count 3 or 4, actually 5 cards that have a higher power move. So we're looking at number 1 as far as block shed goes, and basically top 5 as far as power move goes. His finesse move isn't great, but this isn't a bad card. I wouldn't really have him out there as a big-time pass rusher, but it would be good to maybe throw him in your lineup and put him in when you're playing run-heavy opponents, or if you know it's a certain formation that you use to stop the run, throwing them in there, I think this is a sneaky good card. So right now in the game, and this is all of course without powering up cards and strategy items, we only have 6 cornerbacks that have 91 speed or higher. Xavier Rhodes has 90, so he's right under those top 6 guys when it comes to speed, so he's pretty fast, right? But the problem that I'm seeing with this card is his man and zone coverage very balanced, but he doesn't do either thing great. So most of those cards that have the high speed, 91, 92 plus, or even a lot of the guys, because there's a lot of them that have 90, they all either have 90 zone or 90 man or high 80s. This card is barely, it's basically mid 80s when it comes to zone at 86 and then 87 man. So I don't like this card. He is fast, but I don't think he does either zone or man well enough. Of course, you can strategy item him up and you can power him up and get him there on a theme team. I know all that stuff, but just at face value here, I don't think this card is good. We do have one quarterback to choose from, and it's Derek Carr. He's a quarterback, obviously, with field general archetype. Now, the big thing that a lot of you are probably wondering is, can he get Hot Route Master? Being that he has the field general archetype, it would require him to get 90 awareness, and his gold card, which is his best card in the game, has 72 awareness. That card is a 79 overall, so he's getting a plus 11 to his overall, up to a 90. You would think that that will give him a plus 11 in awareness. If you do the math there, that's only 83 awareness. Even if they bump it up a little bit more, it's very far from the 90, so I don't think this card is going to get Hot Route Master. And once you take that away, there's not a ton that's special about this card. He's got 81 speed, it's serviceable, okay? 91 throw power, pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that. Deep accuracy, 89. Short throw, 88. Mid throw, 87. I guess he's pretty balanced when it comes to all the throwing attributes, but nothing says that this card is absolutely great. If you're really needing a quarterback, by all means, go pick him up, because he's not a bad card, but I just think there's better options, and the fact that he can't get Hot Route Master, he definitely can't get Gunslinger, I'm not going to pick this card or suggest picking it unless you absolutely need a quarterback. And the final card, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, this is the best card out of all of them. You get multiple choices, but if you're not picking this card, then you're doing something wrong. Free safety, 90 overall, Jeremy Chinn. He's had glitchy cards last year when it came to MUT, and this one is really good as well. If we compare him to all the other free safeties in the game, right, the fastest free safeties in the game are, I believe, Mike Edwards and Sean Taylor, both 91 speed. Jeremy Chinn has that already. Jeremy Chinn's 6'4". He's taller than all of those guys I just mentioned. He has 91 zone. Guess who else has 91 zone as a free safety in the game? Only one card, and it's a limited card. Limited Roy Williams. He also has 91 zone, but 90 speed. So this card basically has the highest zone for a free safety in the game. He has the highest speed for a free safety in the game. And even his man coverage is really good. 87 overall man coverage. Guess what? That's the highest man coverage for any free safety in the game. 86 hit power, pretty serviceable. Again, he's 6'4". I mean, this card's fantastic for a free card. I don't know how you could pass this one up. I dare to say he's almost better than Sean Taylor, like the champion Sean Taylor, the legend Sean Taylor. And once you power him up, you're plus one-ing everything that I just went over. Jeremy Chinn is a lock for one of the free cards that you must pick up. And if you don't, then you're causing yourself a disservice. So if we had to narrow it down to 3 cards, I can't do it, but I can narrow it down to 1, 2, and then 3A and 3B. So number 1, without a doubt, Jeremy Chinn. He is a must pick up. Please go pick that card up. Number 2, I'm going to go Shaq Mason. I think being that he's basically the second best right guard in the game, you don't have to spend coins to address that position. You definitely want to pick him up. And then number 3A and 3B, we're going to go with Stephon Tuitt and Jonathan Allen. Both guys on your defensive line. One's really good at, well, they're both pretty much good at run stuffing. Jonathan Allen's going to give you a little bit of pass rush in there as well. So if you need some help on the defensive line, go get one or even both of those guys. But some pretty solid cards to pick from. Let me know who you're going to choose. And when that content drops tomorrow, guys, we'll have videos covering over everything that you need to know in game when we got the controller in our hand. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.